Hi everybody, welcome to another recruitment tip, and this week I want to talk about Australia's unemployment rate, which has rose to 4.3% in June, which is the first time it's risen this year. And I want to talk about this because for two things really. Firstly, we haven't seen this kind of level since just after COVID, so it's been over 4 years since we've seen unemployment rate at that level. And secondly, I want to explain to you what that actually means for Australia and the economy. So firstly, experts are saying it's surprising and that there are signals of a loosening labour market, and it's a ramping up pressure on the Reserve Bank of Australia to cut interest rates. So what does this all mean? With unemployment rates rising, it gives the RBA headroom to consider reducing interest rates further. Markets are already pricing in a potential 0.25% cut soon to sustain growth. Easing would reduce borrowing costs for households and businesses, helping to revive consumer and investment spending. It also means there'll be a softening in the labour market, so fewer job openings, slower hiring, and pressure on wage growth. So employers may reduce hours or avoid new hires rather than cut existing roles. Soft wages help curb inflation, giving the RBA more confidence to act. But a slow labour market weakens household incomes and consumer spending, dampening overall economic momentum. So let's talk about consumer spending and living costs. With job security concerns and flat incomes, households tighten their budgets. They reduce consumer spending, and it could ease inflation pressure, helping the RBA's inflation target goals. Higher unemployment rate increases demand on income support and lowers tax revenue, and this could raise budget deficits or force reallocations of spending. When this has happened before, long-term joblessness can erode mental health and physical health, reducing skill levels, affecting family stability. Crime rates and social stress can increase in communities with sustained unemployment. So why has this happened? Well, it's a balancing act. The RBA is juggling between tightening to control inflation, easing to support growth and minimise unemployment, and growth, which has been sluggish, and inflation is gradually aligning with the 2 to 3% target, which we aim for. Overall, the jump to 4.3% unemployment is a turning point. It increases the likelihood of RBA to cut rates soon, and it signals a cooling labour market and slower wage growth. As a result, it always poses a medium-term risk to growth, income, and government budgets, and brings social and economic costs if it remains elevated. So I hope this helps and give you a little bit more clarity on what it actually means of unemployment rate and what the effects are. If you want to know anything more about recruitment or want some tips and advice, feel free to reach out to me. I do release a video every Friday on my LinkedIn, so check out all my previous videos. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.